Hey bug. Hi there. How are you doing? So, I know that we've been home a lot, and you don't know why, but you have been picking up all the slack. So many extra cuddles and snuggles and barking to keep us safe from the mailman, and you are exhausted. You are so tired from all of this work you're doing to keep us happy and healthy. And today is your day. This is your day of leisure. You just sit here and wait, and I am gonna get you something good. Now, as you may have guessed, this episode is going to the dogs. I was sent this cookbook, this dog food cookbook from Callisto Publishing Club, aka Rockridge Press, and that's a smaller publishing company that does a huge variety of books, and about once a week or so they'll send me a book to review on Goodreads. Anything outside of that Goodreads review is just something extra that I'm doing because I want to. And today I want to spoil my dog. So I've had Squamish for about a year, and I've wanted a dog for about 25 years. So unsurprisingly, I love this dog to pieces, and he is spoiled 100 times over. Now, I do feed my dog a variety of Fromm's food, but I do supplement his food every day with fresh vegetables. The recipes I'm going to be doing today is just going to be as an extra treat for my dog, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to feed him on exclusively. However, if you do want to do that, this book does talk about how to become a home chef and what the nutritional needs are for your specific dog. However, as I said, I'm just doing this as a treat. I am very excited to get this started, so let's begin cooking. Right off the bat, we're going to start with that chicken bone broth. For this recipe, you have to rough chop celery and carrots, put them in the pot, get them a little bit softened, add in a couple of whole chicken carcasses, and then let that simmer for a long time, about half hour or more. Now, a chicken broth is a great recipe for your dog. It's a great way for them to get some nutrients in them. And then when they're feeling sick, it's a good way to tempt them to drink water, stay hydrated, while still giving them those vitamins and nutrients. So one nice thing about this broth recipe is that you can just make a lot and freeze it and then just use it whenever. You can also use it for your own recipes. So that is one thing I like about this cookbook in general. All of the recipes are very versatile. They're all dog safe recipes, and they're all human quality food. Though for the human food, you probably would want to start adding in some more spices, some more salt, and kind of tailor it to your taste. So we're just going to get this one started right away and let it simmer while we're cooking everything else. And by the time we're done with everything, his soup will be ready. Sweet potatoes are one of those recipes that you literally just throw it in the oven and it comes out tasting great. So part of the reason why I chose the sweet potato recipe is because of my turtle, Agatha. Agatha came into my life about 2 years ago, and when I first got her, she was in rough shape. She was neglected. Even though she came to me in such a rough shape, she is doing a lot better now, and I'm really happy with her progress, except for one thing. She is not a fan of new foods. So I'm hoping today that we will be able to tempt her a little bit with sweet potato. Next up is our turkey and green bean recipe. We're going to start off by getting that rice ready, and so it can cook while we're prepping the rest of the recipe. For the actual recipe, we're going to start off by finely chopping some carrots and some green beans, then running it through a pureer to get that even smaller, browning some turkey as well. Once that's all done, we're going to add a couple of eggs to that steaming hot rice. That way the eggs cook and coat the rice at the same time. Mix it all together, and there's your dish. I tried this one. It was a little bit plain, so a little bit spicy for the humans, but other than that, it tasted really well. So while I'm doing that on screen, I'm going to share with you my absolute favorite pictures of my pets right now, and that is our 2019 Christmas shot. So with Agatha and Squamish, they don't quite get along, but they also don't not get along. They're pretty neutral. Squamish is always surprised when Agatha moves because I think he thinks she's like a rock or something. Agatha hisses at everything. She just hates everything equally. But she does tolerate me when I want to do a family photo. So we'll do that for a few minutes before she goes back in her tank. So Squamish, he will eat anything and everything. And if he doesn't want to eat it, he'll still take it politely from you and then hide it somewhere in the house so you don't know that he didn't want to eat it. Agatha, on the other hand, it is like pulling teeth sometimes. When I first got her, she was very nutrient deficient because of the diet her previous owners had her on, and it has been an uphill battle to get her to eat something other than mealworms. And finally, after 2 years, she has not a hugely varied diet, but it is satisfactory according to our vet. Obviously, I'm always trying to get her to try new foods, but she has this habit. If there is something new, no matter the portion, she just won't eat. She's like, "Mom, I would rather starve than have a single green bean on my plate." So it took me a long time to get her to even eat when there's something new present. Even if she doesn't try the food that we're making for her today, if she eats it and it's touching her regular food, that's still a win, because she's getting that new taste in her body and she's starting to slightly get used to trying new things. But like I said, it has been a battleground in our house with her. And what meal wouldn't be complete without a little dessert at the end? And we're going to be making Squamish a peanut butter banana cookie. Just as a quick note with your peanut butter, be a little bit careful. I only buy the peanut butter that's literally just peanuts as the ingredient, like peanuts and a little bit of oil in there. I am very careful about what I buy because there are some brands that have some sugars that dogs just can't digest, or it might be a little harmful to their tummies. Now, as I'm making this cookie, I know right away that Squamish is going to absolutely love it. He loves so many foods. I think the only food that he has not absolutely loved so far is lettuce. Alright, so as I'm plating this dish, just so you know, the footage of Squamish eating the food came over the course of 2 days. And I'm just trying to give him about a quarter to a half cup of the rice and turkey mixture, a few sweet potatoes, and at the very end he'll get his little cookie. I'm going to offer the chicken broth. We'll see if he's interested, see if he's not. No matter what, I'm going to freeze it and then keep it for later use. Let's see what he thinks. All in all, I am so pleased with this book. It worked out so well, and I honestly cannot wait to try out more recipes on Squamish. There's a little section at the end that's called Have a Dinner Date with Your Doggo, and those are all recipes that are designed to be a little bit more human friendly and a little bit more like complicated dishes versus like kind of like the more simple meal plans for like regular everyday meals. That one I'm really looking forward to, and I'm hoping to try out some of these recipes, not only just for my dog and me, but like also just as recipes in general, because they do look pretty yummy. Alright, and the next one we have is Agatha. For Agatha, what I did is I just took the yams and I mashed them on top of her food dish and then put some worms on top of it, because I know she'll eat worms in almost any situation, and we're hoping that what she'll do is she'll still eat the worms while it's on top of these sweet potatoes. Oh my gosh. So behind the scenes here, it took her about 20 minutes from the very first moment of me putting the food in her tank from that first bite. This is also one of those things that as her owner, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my girl. She's eating on top of sweet potatoes. But I acknowledge, like, from the rest of the world, it's not that big of a deal. But trust me, 2 years of work and we are at this stage. Who knows? The sky's the limit. So all in all, I would recommend this cookbook, whether you are just looking for like some bare bones health recipes, or you're ready to make some food for your most precious one in your life. And if you like this video, let me know down in the comments, give it a like, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and happy reading. Bye!